Hello, my name is John Wilkins. I'm an 8-year firefighter for the city of Round Rock, Texas. We have a population of around 120,000 people. Our city covers around 26 square miles. We have 9 stations and around 170 firefighters. We are a career paid department, have been for about 20 years. Prior to that was a combination, and then prior to that, dating back to 1884, we've been a volunteer. I'm here today to make a grant request video for my assignment on Columbia Southern University. It's going to be a request video for a second set of gear for our department for every single firefighter. The goal of this is to ultimately reduce our cancer risk by the end of our careers by reducing the carcinogens that we're exposed to after a fire. So as far as some quick stats, according to the International Association of Firefighters, in 2018, 164 out of the 249 that died, and this is on duty plus retired, died from some kind of occupational cancer. It is now the #1 killer of firefighters, and it is a big risk to us today. And why is this the case? Simply because the smoke today, it's different than your traditional smoke back in the day with regular wood-burning type fires. There's more plastics and petroleum-based products with a lot more chemicals in them. A lot more carcinogens are readily absorbed into our gear just because the smoke is thicker and darker and blacker. And it just absorbs right into our gear. And when it absorbs into our gear, it's absorbing into our skin through absorption, as well as whenever we're after the fire, our gear is off-gassing inside the truck on the way back to the station, continually off-gassing, and so we're getting exposed through our lungs as well via inhalation. The second set of gear would ultimately reduce our exposure because sometimes we don't have our backup gear ready to go. Logistics, is busy in the city and they can't get us the second set of gear, so we have to use that soiled, dirty, soot and soaked gear on the truck. We have to put it back on if we run a car wreck or a fire, so we're continually exposing ourselves to these carcinogens. And a second set of gear would obviously reduce that exposure because we immediately take that gear out of service, put it into a bag, and put it into a back compartment of the truck, bring it home and wash it right away. Because washing is truly the only way to get 99.9% of all of the carcinogens off the gear. So we have that second set at the station ready to go. We put it on the truck, and then we go to our next call in non-contaminated gear. The funding is needed because this is definitely a substantial cost. Each set of gear costs $2,500 times 170 firefighters. You're looking at $425,000. And that'd be an initial upfront cost to get that second set of gear. And our gear expires after 10 years, so they have to get, every 10 years, they'd have to get another set of gear for the department. Round Rock is growing rapidly. We hire anywhere from 8 to 15 firefighters per year, and so in order to keep up with the growth plus the added exposures from all the fires that we're facing these days, we need a substantial upfront grant to cover the cost of this gear. Additionally, the main cost savings to the city, why it'd be beneficial for them for this upfront cost, is the potential downstream cost of cancer-related treatments, as well as, let's say, a firefighter gets cancer at some time in his career and has to go off duty for cancer treatments for 12 months. He's off the truck, and so they have to backfill that spot via overtime. And that kind of cost for just a 12-month period can be anywhere for a firefighter up to, let's say, a battalion chief. So you're looking at anywhere for $100,000 to potentially upwards of $250,000 for that year for backfill coverage and an OT role, plus any kind of sick leave or other payments that firefighter needs to battle his cancer. And that would just be one firefighter. Let's say multiple guys or gals get cancer in an apartment, you could potentially be looking at upwards of a couple $1 million, and that could be over the course of 2 or 3 years. Whereas this would be a $425,000 upfront cost at a maximum of every 10 years. Clearly, this is going to be highly beneficial for the firefighters. At the end of the day, yes, cost is important, but there's no cost or price to put on a firefighter's life. We show up every day and serve our community, and we want to know that by the end of our career, we're going to be taken care of just like we took care of our community. So this grant request is for an upfront cost to pay for the second set of gear to reduce our carcinogen exposure by having the second set of gear ready to go to get out of our contaminated gear. We need to get our other gear washed, and we don't have to continue exposure. This will ultimately reduce our cancer risk, and it's highly needed in this department as well as highly recommended for any other department to do the same. We want to live long, happy, healthy careers on duty as well as in retirement as well, and this grant can help us achieve that. All right, thank you.